Hi guys, my name is Mokhil. I'm the head patissier and cake artist at Cocoatease, which is a bespoke patisserie specializing in artisanal chocolate and celebration cakes. And I'm here to give you a little insight into the hospitality industry. Hope it helps. Being in the back of the house and being in the kitchen was never the idea. However, when I actually realized that I need to do something that I thoroughly enjoy and something that's very dear to my heart, it was sweets. And I decided I will do something that keeps me happy, makes me happy day in, day out. And that's why I enrolled myself into culinary school and went ahead and did this. So I believe training anywhere, whether it's India or abroad, as long as you're training at a professional culinary institute, it works really well. Of course, Le Cordon Bleu is one of the finest culinary institutes in the world and is always going to be really dear to me and has a special sort of place in my heart. Also, London, being London, is a melting pot of cultures, so it gives you a lot of exposure. More than anything else, it lets you see the world through a different set of eyes. Also at LCB, you learn classic French techniques, which you don't get to see, in a day-to-day world. So it forms a really good base for you to build on. And I think that's what helps. I don't see too much of a difference between working for someone else, whether be it hotels, be it restaurants, be it cafes, or working for myself. My idea has always been to be dedicated towards what I'm doing and to give it my 100%. The outcome, of course, is not in your hands. The only thing that you can keep doing is stay focused, and give it your best. That said, of course, when you run your own business, it's your baby. Everything revolves around an idea that you've conceptualized for yourself and for the organization. So yeah, that's probably the only difference. So it's a little dearer to you as compared to working for someone else. But I think both are equally satisfying as long as you think that's what you want or that's what you. Because I've always been this cleanliness freak, I did not feel the need to take any sort of extreme measures after we were hit with this virus, because we've always followed really good sanitization at our workplace. We do deep cleanings day in and day out. We've always maintained wearing masks, wearing hair nets, wearing beard nets if required, and we've always kept the place really, really clean. The only difference probably is that we now wear a mask and a shield, which of course makes it a little difficult while you're at work. Even though you're in an air-conditioned environment in a pastry kitchen, it does get a little too much sometimes. But there's no excuse. We have to do what we have to do, and just keep your place clean. I mean, it's basic. When you're handling food, there has to be proper hygiene maintained. So I think COVID or Corona has affected all of us, especially the hospitality industry has been struck really, really bad because, our industry, the basis of our industry was serving people, getting people together. And if something like this is not allowing for people to come together, it totally, goes against the purpose of our being. So yes, of course, all of us have faced our issues, but we've got to come out of this stronger. We've got to sort of fight this. We've got to get over this and move on. So that's what we're trying to do, and we're back. We're back with limited operations at the moment. Of course, it's difficult, but I think we're going to keep going, and we're going to get back. So I, for one, I'm the kind of person, I can't sit idle. I am not one of those who can just sit in front of a television set and, Netflix all day. So I have kept myself really occupied since the day lockdown started. So So I've been cooking a lot at home. There's been a lot of recipe development that I've been doing. I've been writing down recipes. I've been Instagramming all of my recipes. That does take up a lot of my time as well. I have been watching a lot of Netflix, and I've been trying to read up a little bit about the industry, about the way forward, and attending webinars. So yeah, lots of stuff keeping me busy. A little bit of workout here and there to keep me going. But overall I think it's full of food and beverage, and just trying to keep a positive mind and get out of this stronger. So I think my favorite ingredient in the kitchen has to be chocolate. But if you ask me about flavor combinations, I'm a huge fan of cinnamon and fruit, especially cinnamon and apple, cinnamon and pear, any sort of neutral tasting fruit. I think cinnamon and fruit is a match made in heaven. I also love salted caramel. So salted caramel and chocolate, I think they have my heart. And strawberry and chocolate, again, though it's seasonal, I think this would have to be on the top of my list for sure. I'm an absolute foodie, so while not at work, I could eat anywhere as long as it's good food. Whether you take me to a shack, whether you take me to a high-end restaurant, whether you take me to a basic Parsi bakery, or to a high-end pastry shop, I can eat anywhere as long as the food is good. Like, it has to taste good, it has to be good quality, and it's got to have the right balance of flavors. Word for aspiring chefs and pastry chefs out there, and this is something that I always tell everyone, that you should get into this industry only if you're willing to give it your all. It is a very demanding industry. There are going to be long hours. There are going to be days where you feel like, it's such a thankless job. But the kind of satisfaction it gives you once you're done with the day, and when you get back home and you have such a good night's sleep, because you've fed a lot of people, you've made people happy, and you've been an important part of making others happy. I think that's what completes your experience as a chef. And there's always growth in terms of knowledge. So you have to keep learning. You have to keep, getting inspired by different people, by different kinds of food, by different places. So it's something that will never get you bored. So